Good morning. I'm Chris, and I'm running for VP-PUBLICITY. To start off with my speech, I want to ask a question: what is publicity? People tend to think that publicity is all about making posters. It's true that we are responsible for making posters, but that kind of misconception limits our potential as a committee. I personally believe that publicity should be actively promoting these events. Hence, I want to redefine publicity as a committee that brings people together. Nowadays, RTR has been very difficult to implement. So we tend to rely on our posters to be as effective as an RTR. However, the internet constantly vies for a user's attention. So our posters are constantly competing random millions of information. So how do we grab the attention of our members if we are constantly competing against random variables? We use flyers. By using flyers, when we're not using our computer or cell phones, there are very few factors that can distract us. By handing out personal flyers, we can grab the attention of our members. How we do this is by training the officers to distribute these flyers. But not just that, we have to train them to actively sell the event, especially publicity officers. So for my next platform, I noticed that this year, there's been a lack of bonding between officers, especially in meetings. Sometimes there are some officers that can't make it to the meeting because of time conflicts. So I propose we create Take Your VP. We create an event where you have one-on-one sessions between VP and AVP. Because in my personal belief, as a VP, it is our responsibility to mentor our officers and ensure that they're properly balancing their academics and organization work. This is why I wanted to implement Take Your VP and no other intentions. So, for my second to last platform, I wanted to implement templates. Back in the old days, websites were very hard to create. It would take several weeks or days just to have a website to operate. But nowadays, websites are very simple to create, and WordPress has made that possible. With a simple few steps, you simply register and they offer you design presets. And then you would have your website. So what if we could operate on this concept for publicity, where we could, instead of taking 1 hour to 30 days or hours to create a single poster, we could create it in just 30 minutes. I suggested we do posters by creating a wide variety of layers and images, and it's up to the officers and their creativity to tweak it to their pleasing. So for my final platform, I wanted to create a storage system for future generations, a documentation system for publicity. I call it the archives. Basically, the archives contains the most commonly used fonts, images, textures for publicity officers to have access to. And with that, that concludes my speech. Thank you for listening.